Today on Motivation Friday, I want to talk about when did you allow your imagination to die? So stay tuned. My name is Jay, and welcome to Ask a Debt Collector. Now, I've been in the debt collection industry for over 15 years. I've done it all, from skip tracing to collecting to management, and I've owned 2 debt collection agencies. For the past 8 years, I've been the go-to guy for friends and family for questions regarding debt and credit, and now I want to be that person for you. If you have any questions, put them down in the comment section. I promise I'll answer those questions. Let's go. Thank you guys for clicking on this video. Motivation Fridays, where I just come to you with what's on my heart. Situations, circumstances, and everything from Ask a Debt Collector. Be sure to take the time to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Share this video with some friends and family. Imagination is something that is very, very vital in everyone's life. And I hope that this encourages you, if you fell astray on imagination, to get that back. You were creative. You were imaginative. And you were resourceful. But for many, having imagination dies somewhere along the way because they are expected to conform and they adopt fear more than confidence. Think about my life, right? And I think about, when did I lose my imagination? And as a kid, I remember I didn't know what I wanted to do. When people would ask, hey, who do you want to be when you grow up and so forth? Like typically most kids who grow up where I grew up, a lot of times they want to be a football player, basketball player, baseball player. Because, that's the dream. When we see on perspective, that's what seems like success. When we see those people, we see them very successful. They're driving the cars, they're living in the houses that we want to live, they're wearing the clothes that we want to wear. But about 3rd or 4th grade, I remember whenever they would say, who do you want to be? I would dream. And my dream, I always pictured myself as some very successful man. I didn't know exactly what field I would be in, but carrying a briefcase like I would see downtown San Diego. You go up and down downtown San Diego, mainly by the courthouse, you would see, and around that area, you would see businessmen dressed in suits, very nice suits, very nice watches, very nice shoes, carrying some type of briefcase and walking. And I always picture myself being that way. They get into a very nice car, whatever the circumstances. And that was sort of kind of the dream that I had. But as time progressed, I think once I had gotten in trouble, and I'm going to tell you guys a story of what happened, where I was incarcerated. I did 3 months and 20 days, short time for some, long time for others. But nevertheless, I think once that happened and I received a felony on my record, that's when my dream sort of kind of left, right? Because the thought process, I don't know, those of you who have had a record, a criminal background record, and you go and apply for jobs, obviously within that small print down there, it specifically states, have you ever been convicted of a felony? And if so, what it is. And basically, that's your doom for a job. And I think at that time span, I still had imagination, but at that time span, it just sort of kind of went. And reality is what we call it. Reality kicked in, and it made me think that I couldn't be anything. And to be honest with you, for about 10 years, it sort of kind of kept me down. And that's because I allowed it to do so. But nevertheless, I want you to think about your dreams, right? And I want you to understand that your imagination within your dreams, your imagination completely, is what's going to help get those dreams out and make them come into fruition. Understand something. Your mind, your brain doesn't understand or doesn't know the difference between imagination, what you imagine, and reality. Again, I'm going to say that again. Your brain does not understand the difference between your imagination and your reality. If you don't believe me, do this with me right now. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to imagine yourself at a sandy beach. Imagine the warmness of the sun radiating on your body, the warmness of your toes in the sand. Your toes buried in the sand, that warmness. I want you to think about the smell of the ocean, the sound of seagulls, and the sound of waves crashing. That was your imagination. Now, there are a lot of us who've lost our imagination. And I want to give 7 steps or 7 ways for you to get your imagination back if you've lost it, okay? Number 1, change your perception. Think about this. Are you walking around thinking you're not imaginative? Whether you think that or you don't think that, it's true. So it doesn't hurt to think and to be imaginative. Number 2, for actors, writers, and artists, observing is second nature. So you have to observe. Picture yourself in that situation, right? Number 3, access childhood memories. When I look at my twin boys all the time, they're 4 years old now, and their imagination is through the roof. They're playing with toys, they're flying, they want to fly, they put on costumes every day. We probably have like 10 costumes in the closet. Hulk, SpongeBob, all these costumes, they put them on and they really feel that they are these people. Number 4, open possibilities. Albert Einstein said, imagination is more important than knowledge. Be curious. Number 5, be curious. Number 6, be playful. And number 7, one of the most important things that I would say for you to do is spend time in nature. Typically, at least once a month, my family, we go on a hike in the mountains, on trails and so forth. Being in nature is so key. It just helps open your mind to so much instead of sitting cooped up in that house or behind some type of computer. Get out in nature. I truly believe when your imagination dies, you die. Your dreams die. If you've lost your ability to imagine, look over those 7 steps. Let's get our imagination back. Let's get our confidence back. And let's understand that you can be whoever you want to be and do whatever you want to do, as long as you don't lose that imagination. Now, if you have any questions, put them down in the comment section. I promise I'll answer those questions. And as always, you be great.